Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Quant Network, aka QNT. So let's just dive in and let's talk about a few things. So first off, I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about this post that Quant themselves actually put out. This is them advertising CBOS 2022, which is the next big event around, not only institutional grade clients, but also just crypto itself. And in this video, first off, they're quoting this and saying, "Are you ready for institutional and digital assets?" Which is very interesting. But in this video, which is kind of just like a little bit of an advertisement for it, we do see them advertising the date, but we do see DLT is going to be at the center point, interoperability, asset tokenization, tokenized money, and then over here, central bank digital currencies, ready for digital assets. And here are the speakers there, as you guys do see from Quant. This is going to be the ones that are going to be talking here. And then over here, I actually have the event opened up. Now, first off, the reason why I want to talk to you guys a little bit about this is we are seeing a huge move in finance. We're seeing a huge move even globally as well. I mean, listen, it would be absolutely idiotic to just focus on one industry. I'm not just focused on, finance itself on this channel. We've talked about many industries that are going to essentially be fully disrupted by crypto. We talk about real estate. We talk about gaming. We talk about, just anything that could be disrupted from this technology, which is essentially everyday life. I mean, we've talked about even on Hedera, drone deliveries. Drone deliveries powered by DLT, like that's the substantial effects of crypto. It's truly something special. Now, in this event specifically, which is going to be happening within the next couple days on the 10th to the 13th, there's going to be 250 plus speakers, 150 plus sessions, and 8 stages. Now, first off, it says down here that CBOS 2022 returns to an in-person event centering on progressive finance for a changing world. Now, this gives us a few of an insights on some stuff, as you guys do see, but what I'm actually excited for are the people who are going to be there. The major names that will be behind this entire conference, which that is very interesting as well by itself. But at face value, you do see a few of the areas that they're actually focused on. First off, trust and trade, can it be restored? This is talking about trade finance. There's a lot of things here in corporate banking. There's a lot to really kind of be discussed here, which I think is going to be very exciting. Now, the names behind this, like I said, are very substantial. In fact, this is an event that is organized by SWIFT, which has connections to 25% of all global banks. And we do see them talking a little bit about, who SWIFT is down here and stuff like that. 11,000 financial institutions and corporations in more than 200 plus countries. Very large name. And they are all aware of what crypto is basically morphing into. There's a ton of major partnerships here, or I should say partners that are going to be a part of this event. Now, not all of them will be there, but these are all of the major backers of CBOS. And we do see Accenture, which is a major giant, ANZ Bank, which has been disrupting a lot of their major processes with Hedera, as well as other major DLTs, Bank of America, Barclays. There is so many names tied to these events. A lot of them like Contour and stuff that are already a part of crypto, the DTCC. I mean, it's a very substantial list. The ECB is even there. I mean, at the end of the day, financial institution is going to fully be disrupted. Like, all of these major financial institutions will be morphing into crypto. They will be flooding into crypto, utilizing crypto, and essentially disrupting their entire processes by utilizing DLT. DLT has always been the focus point, and at the end of the day, something like this is going to be very exciting. These events give us a little bit of an insight on just where we are at the current level of crypto. And I do think that institutional grade money is going to pour into crypto like no other before. And it is going to not only multiply the price action of a lot of these assets, but it's going to, multiply significantly the entire market cap of crypto. We're going to be put on the board by hitting a $10+ trillion market cap. And I would argue that we will see that $10 trillion market cap plus achieved in the next 3 to 5 years. And it's all going to start with institutional grade clients. Now, talking about institutions and talking about a lot of things happening around the scene of like tokenization, I seen a very interesting thing come up on my timeline today, and it was from the CEO and founder at LCX, which, if you guys didn't know, LCX and Quant have already partnered in the past. Now, the reason why I bring this up is because this is actually a pretty significant project. So we see here, this is huge for LCX, Quant Network, and QNT Overledger community. Quant announced the cross-blockchain QRC20 token standard a while ago, but there has never been a project launched in the market. LEOX, or LeoX, I hope that I'm saying that name right, launched at LCX Token Sale Launchpad, is the first. LCX is the worldwide first centralized exchange integrating and supporting Quant's technology solution for interoperable blockchain tokens, making history together with Quant Network. Galileo, I hope that I'm saying this name right. I'm probably not. Or Galileo, wow. Okay, yeah, I apologize, guys. So Galileo, so Leo X is the token name here, but nonetheless, Galileo is going to be a very interesting project itself. Like I said, this just came up on my timeline today. I'm not aware of this project, but I did do a little bit of research before jumping into this video, and what I did find was that this project is actually very substantial if they are very successful at this. So they're talking about tokenization of physical asset classes, and you actually do see a few things up here around like Rolexes, top brands. This is going to be very interesting if this is successful, because it's not only watches, but it's also real estate, cars, painting, gold bars, jewelry, all of this. And we do see create, trade, and redeem physical NFTs through a safe and transparent protocol. This is centered on the major markets around the world, physical markets that is, and this is on Ethereum, Quant, Polygon, XDC Network, and even LCX. And Galileo NFTs give additional guarantees of ownership and allow fluid exchanges on a high confidence model. And we do see down here tokenize and trade physical assets through NFTs. This is going to be very interesting. And again, like I don't know too much about this project. I wouldn't say go out and join the pre-sale or anything like that, because I just don't know anything about this project. But if this is successful, this is going to benefit Quant as well as LCX greatly. And remember, I told you guys to pay attention to LCX in a lot of my other videos as well. If you guys are in QNT, I highly advise you to go check out LCX. They are doing some pretty substantial things with a ton of upside. Now, with this though, Galileo, the interesting thing about this is that by itself, the global real estate market is worth $300+ trillion. And it's funny because I'm actually going to be talking about real estate in my Hedera video from today as well. But yeah, this is a $300 trillion market by itself. You put into perspective all of these other major areas as well, and you have an absolute giant opportunity. And if we do see a lot of that money pouring over the network like Quant Network through LCX as well, this is going to be huge for both of them. Very beneficial. And yeah, I thought that this was very interesting. It kind of gives us an insight on why we did see the partnership between Quant and LCX. So comment down below what you guys think about this partnership. I think that this is actually going to be very, very large. I do believe that this was also history in the making, because historically, this is the future around what crypto is going to morph into, is just interoperability between all of these major tokens. And yeah, I think that this is very exciting. Also, by the way, we did see over here from Next Gen Assets, they did mention 99% of tokens will die during this bear market cycle. Everyone hold my beer, QNT, and we do see up here, this was back on September 8th. It was up 65%. It is now up 163%, and I actually believe that we are still up massively. Let me go check out CoinMarketCap real quick. So let me go to the 24-hour span. So yeah, QNT is still doing very well. It's up 4%. It is up 20% on the 7-day span, sitting at about $141. It hit almost $150 just recently. This is going to be a hard area for it to break. This is major resistance, but once we do kind of pass through $150, by the way, you can see the resistance here going all the way back to about March of this year. And it's also a little bit of a higher point going all the way back to January or February of 2022 after that January sell-off, which this is like right around the $155 level on QNT. So definitely pay attention to this. The volume is up about 40% here, so nothing too significant. On the last couple of days, though, you definitely do see some of the major spikes here in volume. Seen almost $1 billion flood into QNT. It's actually pretty funny that We're not seeing like major volume into QNT still, but that'll probably come at a later time when QNT is trading at about like maybe $1,000 or something like that. That would be pretty monumental. But still, this is great in regards to the performance. It has been outperforming the entire market, and the price action definitely shows it, going all the way back on the 3-month span, even on the year. You can definitely see it going all the way back to June of this year, going all the way down to about like $46, and then pumping all the way to $140 plus. So on every single QNT, if you did buy back in June, you just essentially made $100 on each one. It was free money, basically, which I told you guys during that time frame, like, listen, this is a huge opportunity that we have here. Could it go lower? Sure, but, I would not overlook QNT under $100 ever. And I think that this just proved it. I think that the recent price action of QNT and the strength of QNT has been proving itself. And again, this also proves to me the future here. And I even said this on Twitter. And it's funny because, again, we do still see how a lot of people are, kind of bothered by these sort of tweets or these sort of ideas. And I said, when $100,000 per QNT price predictions. Some may laugh, but if I told you Bitcoin was going to $100,000 while it traded at $100, you would have laughed then too. Time in this market is far greater than timing this market. And it is true, right? Like I've said in the past that QNT is essentially the true $100,000 token. Do I think that Bitcoin will go to $100,000 plus? Do I think that it will hit $500,000? Sure, I do think that it will. I think that Bitcoin's going to be around forever. I think that a lot of people have a misconception on what Bitcoin essentially will morph into. But to me, I think Bitcoin will be around forever. I think that QNT will also be around forever. I think that QNT has a ton of things to achieve in its time frame. And I also think that technologically, if we are focused on DLT and DLT adoption, especially around events like CBOS, where we are seeing every single massive world leader around the financial institutional grade area being a part of and understanding where DLT is morphing into, then I don't see a future where QNT isn't trading between, anywhere between $10,000 to $100,000. And I think that that's going to be a very exciting future. I think that everyone that is paying attention to QNT and paying attention to DLT adoption can already essentially see that if you are a visionary in this market. But with all of that in mind, though, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night. If you guys are on this beautiful world, this has been Nick. Peace out, guys.